Successful execution comes from a good system.
Brand tips.
Hello, I am Peter Rodriguez. I am a charter marketer and CMO of Brand Igniter Inc. And this is Brand Tips, knowledge for brand management. Today, I have a very special guest. Brand Tips is proud to interview Sakib Bali, co-founder and partner at Beyond Frontiers, executive in residence at Spiderworks, and an independent board director. As an executive, Sakib's experience includes senior management roles at Tier 1 companies, among them President of Duracell and Head of Commercial Operations at Procter & Gamble. His leadership has pioneered the expansion of big brands and businesses in North America, Europe, and Asia. So welcome, Sakib. Thank you very much for giving us your time today.
Thank you very much, Peter. It's always a pleasure speaking to you.
Sakib, how do you pioneer expansion to unlock value?
Whether it's unlocking opportunities for businesses or it's about building a culture, both of them are predicated on flawless execution. What drives me is when we can unlock value and pioneer expansion. And expansion both for businesses and also for the people that touch it. For business, it's about how you deliver on opportunities. It's about building a culture of amazing value that is there for everyone you interact with. It's how you make people feel.
How do you close the gap between planning and execution?
I think it's about having a system that enables you to pay attention as you go along. Generally, if you take a look at how strategy and execution pan out in an organization, strategy rolls uphill while execution rolls downhill. And so it's just the distance one creates between strategy and execution that creates some of those problems. Not having a system simply has also been a result of, there are lots of cost-cutting measures that have happened. And because of those cost-cutting measures, generally what ends up happening is that leaders would think about outsourcing execution. What goes along with that outsource is also the ownership and the responsibility. And so if you have a robust system, and in today's world, that would be technology enabled, but if you have a robust system, then you can avoid the pitfall of having to outsource not just the work, but also the ownership.
Business leaders agree that execution is as important as planning. If this is so, why is it that so many plans are not properly executed?
It's a matter of where they put their attention and where they put their time and effort and resources. We would invest a lot of money in coming up with amazing strategy and amazing plans and amazing collateral that goes with it. And then you deploy it to the respective countries and not necessarily get a feedback. And by the time you'd get the feedback, it'd be too late to change the current execution. So it would then be, you'd get these learnings which would be dated, it would not be capturing the data at the right time, and those learnings would then get applied to the next execution round. But that real-time nature of knowing when, knowing how that execution's going at the time while it's happening is, I think, the itch that I've had over my 25 plus year career.
So what is the secret to successful execution?
There's a constant learning of how that execution's happening in real time that enables them to design even better products and services. And so this attention to execution in today's world is also a means to designing a better service, a better mousetrap for how the consumers and the end users are going to be using your service or product. Take a look at how Apple executes, right? It's not just that they design great products, but they execute them with flawless detail. I mean, you go into an Apple store and you realize exactly the attention to detail that they've given. That's a product example. But then you take a look at a service example. I mean, you take a look at Uber or Airbnb. They own the rails from the time that you hail a cab to the point that you actually go ahead and get that service delivered. And from that also there are ratings and reviews and stuff like that. So retain the ownership, even if the work is getting outsourced, retain the ownership and you can do so by enabling a system that can help you do so. But once you're clear on your business questions, what is it that you're trying to solve, you will get to a great solution, and there are lots and lots of options out there.
Now, you and your team at Beyond Frontiers have developed a unique solution for execution named Sightline. Tell us about Sightline. What is its purpose and how did it come to be?
So our dream at Sightline is to, if you want us to dream a bit big, we'd love to be the Uber of getting things done. That means it's a way that we confirm compliance of the work that's getting done in real time. It's about finding lots and lots of productivity in the plans, uncovering lots of insights for amazing business decisions and decision making, which can then generate lots of more creative plans that can be executed in future. And this would be a way to empower the frontline people in a major way. Imagine not having to go through multiple systems to document the work that you're doing. Imagine when serving most of the time productively in the work that you're doing versus having to do all the administrative stuff that goes with it. So I think there's a lot of ways in which it simplifies the lives of the frontline people. I think the biggest obstacle that we need to overcome is inertia. It's about always doing things the way we've always done. Right. If you can somehow or the other get a handle on the execution itself, it is going to unleash lots and lots of value. So right now, because of not having that system and not following it along or not digitally capturing it, it's actually leaving money on the table. If you want low-hanging fruit of unlocking some value in your top line and bottom line, then for sure, by all means, ask the right business questions as it relates to your execution in the front line, which will then enable you to look for a solution which is technology enabled. And if anyone wants to reach out to me for more details on that, I'd be more than happy to help. I would say it's seeing is believing, right? And it's seeing the work getting done while it's getting done in real time. That is the magical power of Sightline.
Thank you, Saqib, for sharing your business insight with us today. You can contact Saqib at saqib.valley@sightline.live to find more about Sightline. Thank you, and see you next time at Brand Tips, Knowledge for Brand Management. Have a great day.
brandigniter.ca